Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. This week we're talking about the difference between proactive prayers and reactive prayers. Proactive prayers are the prayers that you pray before things happen. Reactive prayers are a reaction to something that's already happening or something that has already happened in your life. Today I'm focusing on one difference between proactive prayer and reactive. So proactive prayers, they save time, energy, and lives. I know it's many reasons, but I've coupled them into one point. So proactive prayers, they save time, they save energy, and they save lives. Versus reactive prayers can be time consuming, they consume a lot of energy, and thirdly, there are things that you cannot reverse when you're doing reactive prayers. Back to Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. Now, a strong tower cannot be a strong tower unless you can run to that strong tower and be protected, be shielded, be covered. It cannot be a strong tower. So the effectiveness of the name of the Lord being a strong tower is in the fact that we can run to him when things have not happened. Then he can be our strong tower. He can protect us. He can cover us. He can shield us. Otherwise, when you run to him when things have already happened, then you're not really using or taking advantage of him as a strong tower. And that is why we are reminded in this verse that he is a strong tower. The righteous run to him and they are safe. By knowing that the Lord is a strong tower and running to him, it saves you a lot of time that you can spend praying for things to be fixed in your life. Because as you hide in that strong tower, the Lord will show you what's coming. The Lord will put in your spirit the things that you need to pray for way ahead of time. So you're not waiting until things happen in your life. That's when you're running to this strong tower. That's when you're running to God for him to fix things that are broken in your life. But if you stay in his presence, but if you dwell in his presence, you always find yourself praying more proactive prayers than reactive prayers. Now, the other aspect I wanted to touch on is proactive prayers saves lives. The word says that the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Part of his mission, the enemy's mission, is to kill, and that includes you and me. If he had an opportunity to take your life, I guarantee you could not last a minute. But because of God's grace, because of God's mercy over our lives, he loves us, he protects us. Now, the enemy still tries his tricks. He still tries to harm us, to come against us, but the Lord always protects us against those attacks. And most of the time, if you're hiding under this strong tower, the tower will see what the enemy is planning against your life, and he'll let you know, and you pray about those attacks that the enemy is planning way ahead of time. That's how good God is. Yeah, so the Lord can show you sicknesses or even accidents that the enemy has planned, any traps, any nets that the enemy has spread for you against you. The Lord will show those things to you so you can pray against them. And that is the benefit of hiding and running to the Lord as your strong tower, because he can see way far beyond what you can see. This is a testimony. Glory to God. Last week, as I was laying on my bed, it was almost morning, almost time for me to wake up. And as I was laying there, I was awake. I was half asleep. I wasn't deep asleep, and I was just snoozing. And as I was laying there, I suddenly saw myself driving a car on a highway. Now, this is not a dream since I wasn't deep asleep, but I saw myself driving a car, and it was on a highway, and I was driving at a highway speed. And right in front of me, and we were going the same direction, was a truck, like a construction truck. And all of a sudden, a piece of metal or a piece of shrapnel falls off the truck, hits the road, and starts flying towards me. And then it hits my windshield. And at that time, all I did was scream, Jesus. Now, it was so real to me that I immediately woke up and I was shaken because I could see this thing just flying towards me. And the moment it hit the windscreen, I screamed Jesus and I woke up. I knew what the Lord was trying to tell me, that there's something that the enemy is planning against your life, and I want you to wake up and pray against it. So I woke up, I said a short prayer, and I canceled that attack. And all the glory goes back to God. He is not a dormant God. He is an active God, a strong tower, somewhere you can go and be safe, somewhere you can go and hide and know he is watching out for you. That's just one simple example of how proactive prayers can save lives. Now, if the enemy was successful, I don't know if I would be here. I don't know where I would be. I don't know if I would be hurt. I don't know if I would be in the hospital. I don't know if my car would be totaled. I don't know. Now you can see how if it wasn't for that proactive prayer, by the grace of God, I'd be praying different prayers right now. Lord, I need a car. Lord, I need to get out of the hospital. Lord, why did you let this happen? As you can see, now these reactive prayers, they will take a lot of your time, a lot of your energy, and some of the things cannot be reversed. So feel encouraged, keep spending time with the Lord, be in His presence, and always remember, He is a strong tower. The righteous run to Him and they are safe.